My 25-year-old stepsister, Emily, is 23 years old and is getting married to my ex, Jake, 26. We were as close as any two sisters growing up. My mum and her dad met when we were 8 and 6, and we got along really well from the get-go. My ex-boyfriend and I broke up 2 years ago. He cheated on me, and I found out about it a week after he proposed to me. 5 to 6 months later, Emily told me that she and Jake had started dating. I couldn't believe my ears. I was very angry at her, but the rest of the family, my mum, stepdad, and two half-sisters, didn't think it was a betrayal at all. My mum once yelled at me to grow up and move on. I gradually distanced myself from Emily without making a fuss. I just poured myself into my studies instead and hid behind the "I'm swamped" excuse. I started dating my current boyfriend named Ryan about 10 months ago. The only problem is that Emily used to have a huge crush on him, and she still, to this day, texts and DMs him. They never dated. I haven't told anyone in my family that I'm seeing someone. Emily and Jake got engaged, and they sent the wedding invitations last month. The wedding is in June. I didn't reply because I don't want to attend. Last week, my mum asked me to visit. When I got there, she was waiting with Emily, her best friend and maid of honour, my half-sisters, and Jake's sister. It was an intervention. My mum started by saying that I needed to stop alienating myself from everybody and get over the hurt. Emily is getting married, and she wanted me as a bridesmaid. I told them no. Emily started crying, saying I'm ruining her wedding. She asked if it had to do with me not having a +1 because she could pair me with one of Jake's single best men, and I wouldn't feel lonely then. I got really angry and told her I didn't want to go to her wedding because I don't like her. She started crying again, calling me bitter and a hag for purposefully wanting to hurt her on her big day. I left. My mum called me later, saying if I didn't show up, at least as a guest, I would cut off the whole family. You see, they need me there, so people see there are no hard feelings between us, and that I have blessed their marriage because she has been getting a whole lot of crap from the family for what she did to me. I am so angry now. What's between Emily and me is broken beyond repair. Why is it so hard for them to understand? Plus, I do have a +1 should I decide to turn up, and Emily would regret the day she invited me. I have half a mind to do it and ruin her day. I love my mum and my sisters, but I'm tired of them choosing Emily's side. I know my mum is serious that she would cut me off if I didn't attend. She loves my stepdad very much, and upsetting Emily means upsetting him. I actually asked Emily why her fiancé wanted his ex at his wedding. She said he doesn't mind, since we all should move on. Honestly, my biggest issue with this whole thing is that I don't want to get married someday and have my family boycotting my wedding because I chose not to attend Emily's wedding. Also, Emily doesn't know I'm dating her old crush. She still reaches out to him. I am not ready to introduce him yet to my family because I'm enjoying our relationship, and I am not ready for their reaction. If I go to the wedding, I absolutely don't want to make a scene, but if I have to go, I want my boyfriend as my +1. Some background on my current boyfriend: he is someone I went to the same class with in high school. He asked me out about 5 years ago, but I turned him down, not because I wasn't interested, but because I knew Emily had a crush on him. Just to clarify, my current boyfriend and Emily never dated. He asked me again now when he heard I was single, and I said yes. I fell in love with him within a month. As I thought back, I came to the conclusion that the only hurt I was feeling was because of my mum. Since Jake cheated, I have felt that my mum let me down by not supporting me. I don't care about Emily or Jake. I'm very happy with my life now, and I love my current boyfriend. I decided to try one last time to fix things with my mum and explain to her how hurt I have been by her treatment. I also decided to tell her the truth. On Friday, I visited my mum. She was alone at the house. I started by telling her that I was hurt about the intervention because I didn't think I needed one, that I was hurt that she always took Emily's side to please my stepdad, and that I have many reasons for not attending Emily's wedding. While I don't feel hurt anymore about Emily's betrayal, our relationship has changed, and I don't see her as my sister anymore. I don't feel obligated to try and repair her reputation by going to her wedding. She made a very controversial life choice, and even if I'm not hurt by it anymore, she must have known people would be giving her a hard time. I honestly don't understand why she cared. Lastly, I told her about my current boyfriend. I explained that Emily probably still has feelings for him, and that it wouldn't be nice for us to go to her wedding and ruin her day. I told her I wasn't ready to make our relationship official yet, and that if Emily knew he would be my plus one, she would change her mind about inviting me. I saw that my mum was getting more and more upset the more I talked. When it came to the subject of my current boyfriend, she was shaken with suppressed rage. After I finished, she told me she was right in thinking that I'm a vindictive hag, that she's ashamed of me, and that my bitterness is the reason I will end up alone. She called me pathetic for hooking up with Emily's old love and forbade me from telling anyone about him. She threatened to tell my current boyfriend that I'm using him to get back at Emily, and then she kicked me out of her house. Yesterday, when I was in the kitchen, I heard the doorbell. My current boyfriend opened it, and it was Emily with Jake. When she saw my current boyfriend, she asked, "Oh, what are you doing here?" I came out of the kitchen, and she was terrified, her eyes filling with tears. Her plan was to sit and talk with me, her and Jake, to sort things out. But when she understood what was going on, she started crying. She called me names, cursed me, and threw the shoehorn I had in the entrance at me. She kept yelling, "How could you do this to me?" My current boyfriend asked them to leave and blocked her from getting at me. She left in tears, and Jake left confused after her. My mum sent me a long email today telling me that she was disgusted by my actions. She thought I planned for Emily to find out about my current boyfriend. She forbade me from ever contacting her or my sisters and told me that if I didn't end things with my current boyfriend immediately, she would make breaking us up her priority. I showed my current boyfriend the email. He is very distraught. He asked me if I would consider moving to another city with him when I finish school, and we move in together. We'll see what happens, but I like his suggestion. It was the first time he talked about moving in together. I would have been over the moon if I wasn't so heartbroken. My mum has already gone after my current boyfriend on Facebook, warning him that I'm untrustworthy and saying she could tell him what I'm capable of. As a result, he deleted his account. Honestly, I've always felt like a burden to her. After my dad passed away and she met my stepdad, she seemed ready to start fresh, and I felt like I was just tagging along. I believe her main concern is keeping my stepdad happy, always prioritizing his needs over mine. I've decided I'm done seeking her approval. I feel more loved and secure now than I have in years, probably since my dad's passing, so I don't need her anymore. I won't respond to anything from my mum or my sisters. They're still young, only 15 and 16, so maybe when they're older, they'll reach out. But for now, I don't want any involvement with them. Jake also tried to reach out to me, but I blocked him. If they're having issues, I don't want to be caught in the middle, and that's the end of this story. What do you guys think she should do now? Do you have anything to say to her? Let me know in the comments section.